Joining me now, former Pentagon official and Navy veteran Brent Sadler. Brent, thanks for being with us here today to make sense of what we're seeing unfold almost in real time. This process to peace, where it sounds like we may have a deal as soon as this weekend, and its lead up, bombings overnight, seeming obstinance from Iran. Does it add up? Does it make sense? Is that how you would expect it to play out?
Absolutely. I mean, the intent of these strikes that I think were overdue were to compel the regime in Tehran to do exactly what we're seeing right now. And I think it's an indication of how fragile this regime's hold on power actually is. But that military hammer, those strikes that were put on pause or held off tonight, they need to be ready to go at a moment's notice, because the Iranians are known for duplicity. And if they start balking and add more requirements or can't make the airplane on time to the signing location, I think then the military hammer has to swing again to compel them to get serious. But it's not done until it's done. And it's good to hear the president be very explicit. The blockade remains until results are delivered. In this case, the ink is on the paper.
The situation, as you describe it, is the way that I think many in the audience have felt throughout this process. It seems like a fish that just doesn't quite bite on the hook in terms of getting a deal done, in the way that we've seen behavior from the Iranians. So how does that make you feel about what we've heard could happen this weekend? Do you feel confident that they would show up in Europe? Do you feel confident there would be a deal with Iran?
I think there's a better likelihood than not that, given where we are now economically with the Iranians, militarily, the reminder through these strikes that we saw and the fact that we're about to ratchet it up even more, I give it better odds that we're going to see forward movement, the deal signed. But I'm always very cautious, because who we're dealing with here are very duplicitous. The IRGC is always lurking in the background, probably looking for an opportunity to overturn this and to stymie the best efforts.
And what if they do? What if they back out? What if they continue belligerence over the next several days? Then what? Drop the hammer?
Yes, absolutely. And I think a resumption of the strikes that were planned tonight, probably a little extra added on top to go after the IRGC leadership specifically, while attacking very aggressively any remaining military capacity along the Straits of Hormuz. There's been some talk of incursions into or occupying Karg Island. I'm sure that's not the only one, but it needs to be very targeted. And I think the taking of territory, say some of the islands that the Iranians took in 1971 from UAE, could also be on the table. And I think that got their attention in Tehran.
And in the converse, Brent, if it goes well, if we do in fact have a deal on paper by the end of the weekend, what do you think next week looks like? A free flow of commerce through the Strait of Hormuz, markets correcting themselves, trust that the Iranians live up to a deal?
No, I think the first thing you'll see is a very rapid response in the gas prices and also shipping starting. It's going to take several days before the ships that have been sitting at anchor for many weeks actually can get underway. But you're going to see a pretty rapid response in the energy markets and prices as confidence comes back that they can transit safely through the Straits of Hormuz. The next thing, of course, is allowing in the United States forces to go in and get the enriched uranium, or allow the Iranians to dig down to it and then show up and then take possession of it. That's going to be a huge milestone and needs to be watched very closely as well.
All right, Brent Sadler, thanks for joining us here today.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.